What is up, guys? Killerkev, and today we're going to be talking about the new version 0.02 in the forest. There's a lot to be covered on this, so I'm just going to go over the new game features and also the performance and some of the little bits in the world. If you want the full description, I will leave an annotation at the end of the video, or if you want to go there straight now, there'll be one in the link in the description. So make sure you go and check that out. But as always, you're seeing a small snippet of the gameplay here. I'm just going to try and go and find the things as we look into them. This is obviously a voiceover. I'm actually reading the comments here. And then later I'll be inputting, as you see now, the game footage. So, the new features and gameplay tweaks that have been added to the new version of the game, which is freaking awesome. The first one, which just blew my mind, which is sharks. Sharks are going to be added into the game itself. They'll be roaming around in the sea, which obviously does make sense because there is quite a few dead ones on the beach. So it does make sense and indicates that they do have the sharks in the sea. Simple rafts are now buildable via the book. No sales just yet, guys. That's just the raft. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm not sure if it's even going to be buggy yet. But as always, we will be trying it in one of the episodes, and then we'll be making a few more videos of this game, guys. Don't worry, there'll be loads of videos. If you haven't checked out the other ones, make sure to go and look at them as well. Walls can now snap from the floor and roof, defying gravity. So basically, you can actually build a better sort of fortress, if you wanted to put it like that. You can obviously have roofs now. That's a new feature that I put in there, which is going to be really quite nice. So instead of building, again, a shitty log cabin, which does take an awful lot of logs, you could probably build a fortress with a roof on, which does look so much better. So we're going to be trying that out as well. When you're knocked out for the first time, you end up in a random cave. I'm guessing that they've added more caves into this, because there usually was just one where you woke up and there was all the dead bodies hanging from the ceiling. You know, had to crawl through the fingers to get out, and then there you were. And then you could pretty much find that cave anywhere. So by the sounds of it, that they have added more caves into the game. So hopefully we'll be able to explore some more of them as well, which will be freaking easy. Lower the fall damage as well, which is really quite nice, because last time there was a couple of streamers which were literally just walking off probably about a meter high rock and just fell and died to their death, which is kind of frustrating. It's kind of annoying. This is quite good as well, because they really are little shits in the game. Birds can now be killed by fire, or with fire, which is really quite nice, because they do attract to these sort of standing fires that you do, or the sort of little bonfires you have. I don't know why, but it's really quite strange. Stamina regen now takes longer. I thought the stamina regen was not that great on regenning, so now that it's a little bit harder, is going to be, again, really quite frustrating. Obviously, I don't know how it's going to work to the equivalent of a candy bar, because candy bars, remember, they pretty much boosted your stamina to full and gave you a lot of hunger back. This is a strange one. I don't know what they meant by this. Lower health on turtle. I don't know if that's meant to be in there. Like, I remember stabbing the shit out of a turtle and nothing happened. But I'm just a little bit confused on how this is actually going to work. But, you know, whatever. That's cool. Improve fish movement. But they were a little bit spazzy when we went to go and get them last time. I remember on stream as well, it took us quite a while to get them, because they weren't moving as fluent. And then when we got them, we were getting them extremely quick. So the fluency of the fish would be absolutely awesome. Increase the range of lighter. Now this is going to be great if you don't have any flares and you're stuck in one of those awesome new caves. You can just whip out the lighter and it's easy to see. So that's going to be really good. Enemies will drag downed friends out of danger again. Wow, that is freaking awesome. So they're actually going to help each other now, like a tribe, which they should actually be doing. Females sometimes freak out at dying family members. Wow, that's specifically aimed at females, which is a little bit strange. I remember a couple of streamers actually talking about that, and the couple of streamers actually trying to catch the specific female model of that character. So that's a little bit weird. You can now block attacks with the red plane axe, which is the starting one, by holding the right mouse. That was a feature that you did have with the modern axe, which you died in the first cave. That was already there. That was a feature you could use. So to have that feature on that is really quite nice. That's pretty much the majority of the ones that we saw on the new features in the gameplay. So the sharks and the walls, The ceilings and probably the rafts are probably my favourite things. There's like a performance as well of the new things going on. Improved loading times. I didn't think they were that bad. I mean, it's just the loading itself was really buggy. So hopefully that is sorted in general. I don't really care how long it takes to load. I just want my stuff to be there. But there is quite a bit on the new patch, so we're just going to get along. Overlay performance increase, which is really good. That's just a general big thing done. Big memory optimize should help crashing on some PCs, which is really quite nice because we did have a couple of crashes before. I don't know why. They were really stupid and they were to do with loading as well. Improve cave walls memory usage. I'm not too sure what that means. I think it's just the textures off the walls. Some of them were really buggy, really weird. I'm not sure how any of it actually collaborated or worked up. But oh well. Rendering, optimized HD rendering is 10% faster on your CPU, which is really quite nice. So the game generally is pretty much flawless. So if you put the optimize in there as well, HD one, 10% faster as well, guys. If you have a supercomputer, you are in luck because that is an amazing feature. Drop sticks and rocks are now pulled. I don't know what that means, and shouldn't increase memory over time. I'm not too sure what that means. Does that mean that they don't respawn over time? Does that mean there's less of them? Does that mean that it spawns more of them at a time? Really don't know. Let's have a look at some of the world. There is a lot to cover, guys. I'm not specifically saying everything. There's literally like half a page of bugs, half a page of world, smidge of performance, and a lot of it's add new features. So, well, if you want to go and check this out as yourself and you follow along, then obviously click the description because there's a link there for you to go and have a look. So let's have a look at the world. Improve take water swim zones. Again, I don't think they worded that well. I think it's just improved the way that you can swim around. Hopefully we can dive now. There was a couple of rumours that there would be underwater caves and sort of treasures and things, which is going to be a bit of a shit if we have sharks in the sea. But we're going to have a look at that, so don't worry. So underwater visuals improved. Yeah, they were a little bit bland and a little bit buggy, but as I say, guys, come on, this is an alpha, it's in version 2, it's not even reached beta yet, so it's really quite nice that they're adding small things of this. Lots of small texture and material tweaks. I didn't think there was that many, but hopefully, as you can see now, you can obviously see there's a lot more of an improvement, which is really quite nice. Extra plane extension collection added. So I'm believing that's the other half of the plane. The other half of the plane, if you didn't find it, guys, it's quite hard to find. But when you find it, there's actually no loot in that plane, which is really depressing. I mean, there's one or two things compared to the first Iron plane, which had an awful lot, which is, pretty shitty. There's one here which collaborates with the lighter distance as well. Improve lighting in caves and the detail. Caves 4 to 5. I'm not sure what that means, if there's 4 to 5 caves now. There was just specifically one. There's only one that I could find. Correct me if I stand wrong, but that's the only one I could find. Improve low resolution mountain textures. Hopefully they've opened up the mountain section now, which would be really quite nice. Open up more of the world. There is a lot to explore, but it does tell you to go and fuck off and go and play the rest of the other game, which is kind of bad. Lower top heavy pin tree to be easier to cut. Sweet. So the smaller the tree, the easier to cut, basically, which is going to be quite nice. Obviously, small odd boat collection added. Oh, sweet. So there's going to be probably a little bit more boats, maybe, or a little bit more loot on the boat. I mean, there was a fair amount on there, so there's a shitload of candy bars, flares, alcohol, rags. There was quite a bit on there, so not too bad. Bugs as well. There's a lot of bugs. Hopefully they do it as well. So let's have a look. Fixed cooldown timer. Not taking different time zones into account. Sweet. So basically, hopefully the time when you go to sleep and you press Z, it actually changes the time. Usually it just reverts 12 hours or 24 hours or 23 hours in front. It's really stupid, so you don't actually get the sleep pattern correct. It just doesn't add up at all. Let's have a look. Fix some of the spelling mistakes in tutorials and in the survival books. Personally, I didn't see any of the spelling mistakes, but that's me. I'm just too busy trying to build stuff, so for me, I'm really not bothered about that. Fix shelter on fire spawning infinite logs. Yeah, that was a bit of a bug. You should have sorted that out ages ago. That should have been in the last update, which was the small one, which was to do with the save. But you know, hopefully, I'm not going to read all of these bugs, but hopefully it says something about the one where you save your actual, like, forest or whatever you're actually building, like a fortress, and then when you reload it in, A, the load time is going to be faster, and B, I am hoping that it's all there still. When we loaded back in, we've done it twice now, or probably even more times than that. Every time we've come back in, half our shit is missing. I don't know where it goes. Like the other day when I tried to build a wall into another wall, it deleted like 7 walls, and I had to rebuild them and connect them back onto the wall that we had. It was really strange and made no sense. So hopefully that is going to be pretty good. Fixed spear, being able to cut down trees. I'm not sure if that means that they fixed it so that it's not cutting down trees, because I think it did pretty well cut down trees, but I don't think it will now. I think it would just require a hatchet. Hopefully the spear is a little bit more better. And I am hoping that one of the bugs are fixed of where you obviously with different weapons, hopefully they add that in the beta and stuff. Hopefully they listen to people on that. But hopefully it actually takes more damage to the actual cannibals or the natives. Hopefully it does something like that, because at the moment it seems like you're doing absolutely no damage at all. The flare gun is literally a one-shot, which is really stupid compared to a hatchet to the face, so I'm really not sure. Fixed ponds. Oh, yeah, ponds flickering at the center distance. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that means if you're far away at the center of that pool, it kind of flickers and glitches out. So they fixed that. I haven't really noticed that at all, but it's really weird. Chopping dead bodies no longer results in a player flying into the air. If you haven't seen that, it's all over YouTube. What basically happened is a guy walked over to a dead cannibal native, hit it in the face with the axe, exploded up into the air, and died mid-air, and then came down like a sack of shit. Which was quite weird, but oh well, oh well. Animals no longer spawn multiple copies if on fire. I did not see that at all. That's a little bit strange. Well, some of these bugs I really didn't know. Fix some small bushes missing vertical colours when cut out. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, here we go. Fixed birds landing in sky. Improve a bird, IE, and performance. Oh, AI. Good. Whew, because those birds were freaking stupid. So, hopefully that rounds up the majority of you guys. If you want to see more of it, trust me, there is probably about a billion other more points. Sorry about the gameplay as well. It's probably looks like what you've seen every other time we've played this game. But hopefully I've added some of the stuff which is put in there. But the main thing for this V0.02 version of the game, remember guys, it's still in alpha, gameplay, is obviously the sharks, which collaborates the ones on the beach, which is awesome. Rafts, which are now were in the game but you couldn't make. Hopefully they've added a little bit more furniture items as well, because that would be freaking awesome. And roofs, which is going to be freaking sweet. So I'm going to jump into the game now, and I'm going to milk this shit out. As you can see, you're only seeing a little bit of it. But for me, I'm not playing at this current point. I'm going to play it after this. So hopefully there'll be loads more videos out. If I find anything decent or cool, I will let you guys know in another video. But as always, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Sorry this has been literally a 13.5-minute video. I do apologise, but I want to get out as much as I could. If I did every point, we would be here all the time. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and a comment. If you haven't seen any of the forest videos, make sure you check those out. But as always, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. This has been Killerkev, and Killerkev out.